So we were discussing about the standard operating procedures. So the Barry was talking about the employee health and personal hygiene SOP. So here we have already mentioned that first the supervisor, as a supervisor, Barry first have to make his own appearance well groomed, and he should must take care of his cleanliness and personal appearance. Then only he can motivate his team members. So moving towards the next question. How all supervisor will do the effective communication, or how communication will help the members in a motivating factor. An effective communication can motivate employees to communicate effectively only when there will be a proper relationship between the team members, or they will having the clarity of task, when and where and how it has to be performed, and if they will be following the all rules and regulations which have been provided to them. So point number one, as mentioned over the slide, provide sincere and encouraging words when employees follow safe handling behaviors. Use a communication method appropriate for an employee. For example, use the 7C of communication, that is courtesy. When somebody helps you, do greet him, do acknowledge his or her efforts, and as if there is an older employee or younger employee, but courtesy has to be maintained at all age groups, right? Serve as a role model through verbal as well as non-verbal communication. It says that action speaks louder than words. Why it has been said? Because non-verbal communication acts very importantly in communication. So it conveys a very good message to employee. For example, when we are into a very clean appearance, very hygienic appearance, with a very well-groomed, presentable attire, then it gives a very good impact, right? So all these four questions, I hope you might have got the answer, and it will also help you to solve or to provide more solutions to it. Now, we'll be talking about the standard operating procedures as it is mentioned in your case study, standard operating procedures for new orientation, for new employee orientation. So what points do it includes? It includes when we talk about new orientation. So it includes that restaurant manager must meet all his employee on daily basis, and also allot them what task has to be performed by them. Review each point in the checklist, whether the workstation is having that hygienic and cleanliness or not. Ask questions. Employees must ask questions if there is any confusion in the minds of the team members. Read, sign, and clearly check the all minutes of meetings so that no confusion is there. And also receive a signed copy of that particular document. So these are the standard operating procedure for a new joinee or for a new employee. Standard operating procedure for employee health and personal hygiene states that there should be grooming. You should arrive at your workplace in a clean and tidy form, maintain cleanliness, wash your hands frequently when entering the facility, or when you are entering into the kitchen or your workstation. Before starting your work, do follow the hygiene guidelines. Because as we are serving the food sector, we are into the food chain industry, we are talking about restaurant. So we cannot ignore the hygiene and cleanliness part, right? Although as we have already been gone through the COVID scenario, during that pandemic, we have been asked to wash our hands frequently. So not only for that guideline was not only for pandemic, it was for all time, because we have to we are in the environment of working. We connect with different environments. We are in workstations. We are in different departments of an organization. So we must, before serving food to the customers, we must wash our hands frequently. After this, we can also give focus on proper attire. If you have been appointed with a uniform, or there is a proper dress code, do wear it, wear it on a daily basis. Take off apron before using the restroom. Change aprons if it becomes soiled or stained. These are the general guidelines which a service industry must follow. Use your hair restraints and jewelry which are acceptable in the work area. Like for males, keeping beards and mustache are not allowed. So you have to be clean shaved and your hair should be trimmed. You should, for females, you should refrain from wearing heavy jewelries, and only a plain wedding band is allowed, not more than that. And coming to the smoking, eating, and chewing gum guidelines, smoke is allowed only in the designated areas. Eat and drink in designated areas only. A closed beverage container may be used in the production area. Refrain from chewing gum or eating candy during work in a production area. And now we will be discussing what are the strategies to communicate effectively. When we are talking now, the entire case study was on the effective communication as a motivator. I would like to mention few strategies which will help you out to communicate effectively. Communicating effectively motivates employees, focused on building authenticity, respectful relationships, helping employees build confidence, and removing obstacles to doing great work. So leaders in a team must ensure the following strategies, that is building up the trust. Here, building up the trust is between the leader and the members of the team. Demonstrate empathy. Demonstrate empathy means we have to empathize, putting yourself into others' shoes. You have to take care of every individual, thinking that if you would have on the place of another person, what you have decided to do. So demonstrate empathy instead of sympathizing. Sympathy doesn't work at workplace. So third strategy is engage in active listening. We not only have to speak, we have to open our ears also to listen what others are trying to say. So be a good listener also. Being only a speaker will not help you to communicate effectively. Next is getting the frequent feedbacks. If you are not able to get the frequent feedbacks from your team members, you won't get to know what things are going all around. So to take proper action, to deviate things from being out of control, you have to check what things are going on by getting regular feedbacks. Support belongings. Here, support belonging is respect your relationship between the subordinate and supervisor, right? You have to support your relationships, your being affectionate towards your superiors and to the subordinates. Ask the right questions. Ask the questions which are prominent to your objectives, which are need to be accomplished. The last is provide clarity about your organizational goals and expectations. Like, what are your goals? What will you be doing? Ask the, provide the clarity for that. Because 7C says that clarity should be there in your information. If there will be no clarity, it will not help you out. So I hope this would help you. We'll meet you in the next session. Thank you so much.